Hi all, this is Ian, Handyman Plus van. So, today, I'm pretty tired. It's the end of a day, and there is water precipitating from my forehead. This is known as sweat. I know, shocking. Hard work. Yeah, no, it's been a really interesting day. What did I do today? So, in the last session, I was working in a very old property where the doors and everything in old properties in the UK, nothing is squared or straight. And so you buy this perfectly square door, and then you've got to make it imperfect to fit the frame. Um, and that varies in sort of like time. Today, I managed to get two doors up. One door was fully done, and the other door was up, but obviously still needed finishing off and still needed all the actual latch mechanism and the handles putting on. So the customer's got me in again to finish off that. And yeah, I'm realistic when I'm sort of like quoting sort of jobs. I give like a rough guideline of sort of like to do one door. It depends on what needs doing to the door, and it depends on sort of like how much needs trimming off. Most customers order their doors online. Doors generally come in inches in the UK. So they're all converted across to metric, which is millimeters. So when you're measuring the gap, they're all pretty much standard. Most of them are about 30, and then they vary, sort of like, but they always fall on the actual inch itself. So like 27, etc., etc. And then you've that's how they work. And then yeah, ordering them from B&Q is pretty simple. B&Q deliver. There's obviously other retailers out there that you can go to. Everything now comes in like via the post. Even for myself, there are some sort of like wholesalers where you go and you pick up all the stuff that you need for the day. Like wood, I can go off and I can pick up all the bits that I need to build something for a customer, whether it's like a shed or a door or whatever it is, or like a garden gate. And obviously that all varies depending on the amounts and the parts that need doing. For a little garden gate, including fitting it, it normally works out to be um, about 200. For a bigger garden gate, it normally works out to be about 300, including the labor to fit it. So that kind of gives you like ballpark figures of like a rough guesstimate of what that is. And that's, but most of my time as a handyman is spent putting up shelves and doing things like that, putting up TVs as well. That's a big one. Um, and the amount of like dodgy TV putting up that goes on out there is just crazy. Um, yeah, when I first met my wife, she had a bracket installed by a previous handyman. Yeah, and that was literally just attached to the plasterboard. And obviously the weight of the TV plus the weight of the bracket, I was shocked it hadn't like gone, because the plasterboard's only going to hold about 35 kgs, and that's if it's in tip-top condition. If that plasterboard's old or it's got, it's a bit blown, it ain't going to hold nothing. So I sort of took it off, and then I drilled through into the brickwork behind it to then mount it properly. So now it's part of the fabric of the building, technically. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, hopefully that covers it for like doors. Yeah, I do get a lot of questions. I currently have about sort of 30 or 40 messages on WhatsApp that I am working my way through. So I do apologize, guys, for not getting back to you sooner. But right now, I'm going to go have a shower. Take care, have a beautiful night, and if you can be anything, be kind.